Yo, welcome to Super Rad Podcast number 3. This is Tooth.
And Nick.
And for the music today, we got Parasite Eve 1 for PlayStation 1, the hospital theme. So, what have you been playing, Nick? Are you still playing Chrono Cross?
Yeah, not done with Chrono Cross yet. I've been shirking my responsibilities a little bit, but I'm still enjoying it. That's what I've been playing by myself and with my friends. Still on some Super Nintendo stuff. Playing NBA Jam recently.
Yeah, the Jam games were getting heated the other day.
More heated than usual, which is saying something because
they were getting, every single one was getting down to like the 3 points.
Yeah, final shots.
And I even went with Drew to OT.
Yeah, there was an OT game. There was some video game ethics being brought into it with if you should run down the clock or not.
Not a fan, personally. I've seen Nick do it, and it backfired on him.
It's backfired on several people, but mostly me.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing Parasite Eve 1. I just picked it up recently, and this is the first time I've actually gone through it. Well, I am going through it. I'm still going through it. I'm not done with it. But I played the demo of it when I was little and was really kind of freaked out by it. Because,
understandable.
Yeah, the opening, it's a really dark game. The opening FMV has just people being lit on fire and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. But it's a gruesome game. It's real dark. It's not gruesome as in gory. It's just really intense. The plot's pretty cool.
How's the gameplay?
The gameplay is good. It's really innovative. I've never played a game like this. It incorporates like a VAT system similar to like Fallout 3. Obviously, this is way ahead of Fallout 3. It's like an action RPG kind of.
It's turn-based, but
well, not turn-based
not
because
in the traditional sense, but there is an action meter.
Yeah, and you're also running. You're not. It's not turn-based in the sense of like Final Fantasy.
No.
Because you're running around. You're actually controlling where you are in the battle system. Like you're running the character around.
Yeah, no separate battle screen.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they just pop up like old Final Fantasy games. Well, of course, being from the makers of Final Fantasy VII, this came out right after Final Fantasy VII did. It's great so far. I think I'm like halfway through it. There's 2 discs. I'm still on disc 1. The graphics are good. They have kind of a Final Fantasy VIII vibe, and
yeah, the sprites look like Final Fantasy VIII sprites.
Yeah, but the locations are more of Resident Evil Nemesis vibes.
I'd agree with that. But this takes place in a real location. It takes place on Manhattan Island.
Yeah, in New York City, which is another reason I really like it. The realistic setting is really cool, in my opinion. I like that a lot. So, yeah, this was part of a massive video game score that I picked up on the cheap going to Goodwill the other day.
Oh, you just gave away your secret.
It's alright. Everyone should go to their local Goodwills and thrift stores, and
sometimes you get lucky.
Sometimes you don't. But when you do, you can hit pay dirt. So I picked up Super Mario 2 for the NES in the box, complete in box. I picked up Kirby's Adventure, complete in the box, and Parasite Eve 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 1 for a very cheap price. I'm not going to say how much I got it for, but it was very reasonable.
It was real good, and I believe there's a greatest hits cart of Parasite Eve 1, and you don't have that.
It's Black Label. And I know Parasite Eve 2 was released late in the PlayStation 1's history, so I think it's a pretty valuable game. I still have to look it up, but when I briefly kind of did on Amazon, and the only ones I was seeing were going for about $25, and that was with no box, or no case and no manual. So
2 loose discs.
Yeah, just straight up 2 loose discs. My Parasite Eve 1 did not have the Final Fantasy VIII demo disc though, which would have made the game much more valuable.
and would have just been cool to have.
Oh yeah, totally. But you know, obviously, I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just stating that it's not complete, but still really, really stoked on it. So that was one of my greatest video game hauls, like that little thing, that little collection or whatever you'll call it. What is your greatest score that you've ever gotten?
My biggest haul of all time would have to be just one game by itself, Evo. Loose, but in really good shape.
Yeah, I've seen the cart. It is pretty minty. There's a little sticker residue, I think, on it, but that can be taken care of.
And somebody wrote their initials on the back.
Which I think can also be taken care of, maybe with alcohol. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comment section.
I've tried nail polish remover in the past, and it took the marker off, but left it a lighter shade of gray.
Right, and you don't want, you got to be careful with that because you don't want to damage the card or bring it down in value. Because that game alone, that is one of the rarest Super Nintendo games ever made. Loose, I think, we saw it going for 75 to 125?
Yeah, it was
somewhere in that range.
Loose, it got up to 100. Even in questionable shape, there was ones above 50.
Oh yeah. And yours is in good condition, so I'd probably say it's worth about 125.
And it's just a really weird and fun game. It's very repetitive, but it's fun. I've played through it.
Yeah, it's a great game, but it is really, really rare. When you I remember the first time you told me you had that, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, sometimes people don't believe me.
Yeah, oh no, I mean,
that was ever loose in a bin at any point in time.
Yeah, because that's right, you did find that at like
exchange-esque place, not the exchange, but it was in there loose next to Dollar Games.
Yeah, because up here in Cleveland we have stores called Record Exchange that's basically used vinyl and video games and stuff, and that's another good place you can check out in your areas, just like
they'll always know what they have there, though. You're not going to have the real needle in the haystack.
Yeah, sometimes you can fly under the radar, though. I mean, I picked up Punch Out there for $5. I know that's not like the great, like it's worth I want to say, I don't know, like 10 or something, but you can get some.
But that's still an achievement because that place in my mind is always
Yeah, I mean they have Xenogears there right now for 50, Silent Hill 1 for 40. Yeah, like they do know what they have. Like you're totally right, but I still check it, and sometimes you can score.
I just go sometimes and just stare at their PS1 case.
Yeah, it is quite nasty.
It really, really is. PS1's library is just huge. So they have a huge chunk of it, and it's not something you're gonna jump on all the time. But sometimes it's cool just to see them. Yeah, because I mean, we don't have the kind of money, to be going out and buying a Xenogears every couple days or something like that, So it is cool to see those games. Which is funny because these are currently the only games in my PlayStation 1 collection, along with Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So to find these loose was great. So we also want to know what your greatest scores or finds were. So leave your story in the comment section, either on the Facebook or the YouTube page, because we want to hear all the crazy stuff you guys have gotten into. So everyone's got at least one.
Yeah, you gotta have at least one. I would think, even if you're not a collector, just from randomly going to a store and maybe you found, I don't know, whatever.
Which I'm not. I just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, exactly. So
kind of reminds you of watching Antiques Roadshow or something, and someone finding out that their garage sale painting that they bought is worth $100,000.
The thrill of the hunt. Yeah, it is great to finally. That's what's good about the internet now is there's a lot of pricing guides and whatnot, so
you can cross-reference them and get a real accurate picture of what you're actually looking at.
Yeah.